Have you ever wondered what kind of wealth comes with a price no one can see, but everyone can feel? My name is Amara, and I wish I never asked that question. Because the day I did, people started disappearing. I wasn't always like this. I used to believe in hard work, in hustle, in the Lagos dream. I was 27, a freelance journalist, chasing stories that could make my name. That was before I met Chief Daramola. Everyone knew him. Billionaire. Oil. Real estate. Hospitals. He donated to churches, built schools, smiled for cameras. The kind of man mothers pointed at and said, "See, that is success." But there was something off. I first noticed it at a charity event. I was there to cover a medical outreach his company sponsored. Free surgeries, free treatment. Cameras everywhere. People praising him. But I saw something no one else noticed. A boy. Maybe 19. He went into one of the mobile surgical vans, smiling, hopeful. He never came out. I waited. Watched. Asked questions. They told me he had been transferred. No one could tell me where. That night, I couldn't sleep. Something in my chest felt wrong. Heavy. Like a warning. So I started digging. Names. Records. Missing persons. And that's when the pattern appeared. Young people. Poor backgrounds. Always last seen near facilities connected to Chief Daramola's foundation. And then, the rumors. Organ harvesting. At first, I laughed it off. It sounded too dark, too unreal. Like something from a bad movie. But the deeper I went, the more real it became. I found a nurse. Her name was Kemi. She agreed to meet me in secret. We sat in her car, engine off, windows slightly open. She was shaking. "I shouldn't be here," she whispered. "Then why are you?" I asked. She looked at me. Eyes tired. Broken. "Because I hear them," she said. That was the first time fear truly touched me. Hear who? The ones who didn't live alive. I felt my throat go dry. Kemi told me everything. How some patients were selected. How files would suddenly change. How surgeries meant to save lives ended differently. They take what they want, she said. Kidneys. Livers. Hearts. For money. I asked. She hesitated. That's what I thought too, at first. Silence filled the car. Then what is it? I pushed. She leaned closer. It's not just business. It's a trade. My heart started pounding. A trade with who? She shook her head slowly. You don't ask that question and stay safe, Amara. That night, I made a decision that would change my life forever. I kept going. If you're still listening right now, don't just sit there, tap that like button, drop a comment, and share this story. Because what I'm about to tell you, people tried to bury it. And they almost buried me too. 3 days later, Kemi was gone. No goodbye. No trace. Her phone disconnected. Her apartment empty. Just like that. That's when the accident started. A man who agreed to give me documents, hit by a truck the night before our meeting. Another source, found unconscious in his home. People I spoke to, started avoiding me. Some even blocked me. And then, I got a message. Unknown number. Stop digging. Or you join them. My hands trembled as I read it. But I didn't stop. I couldn't. Because by then, it wasn't just a story. It was personal. I started having dreams. Strange ones. People standing around me. Silent. Watching. Their eyes hollow. Some had scars across their bodies. Some, missing pieces. They didn't speak. But I understood. They wanted me to finish this. So I went deeper. I found an abandoned clinic linked to one of Daramola's shell companies. It was on the outskirts of the city. Quiet. Forgotten. Or so it seemed. I went at night. I know, stupid. But I felt like something was calling me there. The gate was slightly open. I stepped in. The air felt wrong. Heavy. Like something unseen was breathing around me. Inside, the building was dark. But not silent. I heard whispers. Soft. Broken. I told myself it was just the wind. But then I saw it. A room. Old surgical equipment. Rusted. Stained. And on the wall, names. Hundreds of them. Carved. Not written. Carved. My chest tightened. These weren't records. They were memories. Suddenly, I heard footsteps behind me. I froze. Slow. Calm. Heavy steps. I turned. And there he was. Chief Daramola. Standing in the doorway. Smiling. You shouldn't be here, he said calmly. My heart was racing so fast, I could barely breathe. You know what you've done, I said, trying to sound brave. He stepped closer. People always think they understand what they see, he said. But they never ask the right question. And what's that? I snapped. He leaned in. What happens after? I felt a chill run through my entire body. This is about money, I said. He laughed. Not loud. Not crazy. Just calm. If it were only money, do you think I would still be alive after all this? He asked. My stomach dropped. What are you talking about? He gestured around the room. These people, they didn't just give organs, he said. They gave something more. Stop, I said, shaking my head. But he continued. Life is currency, Amara. My ears rang. And there are forces older than this land that are willing to trade. I wanted to run, but my legs wouldn't move. You're lying, I whispered. Am I? He said. Then he pointed behind me. I turned, and I saw them. The figures from my dreams. Standing there. Closer now. Clearer. Their eyes locked on him. Not me. Him. Do you hear them? He asked softly. And for the first time, I did. Whispers. Not random. Angry. Demanding. You promised, one voice echoed. Daramola's smile faded. They always want more, he said quietly. You took too much, another voice hissed. The room grew colder. The air tightened. I realized something then. This wasn't just a secret. It was a debt. And it was due. Daramola stepped back. For the first time, he looked afraid. You wanted the truth, he said to me. Now you have it. The shadows moved. Closer. Faster. You think exposing me will save you, he added. I didn't answer. Because I knew. I wasn't the target. He was. The lights flickered. The whispers turned into screams. Daramola tried to run. But something grabbed him. Not hands. Not human. Something else. He screamed. A sound I will never forget. And then, silence. Just like that. He was gone. No body. No blood. Nothing. I stood there, shaking. Alone. Or so I thought. One of the figures stepped closer to me. A young woman. She looked at me and nodded. Not in anger. In gratitude. Then slowly, they all disappeared. Like smoke. Gone. I don't remember how I got home. But the next morning, the news exploded. Chief Daramola missing. Investigation launched. Possible criminal links. They never found him. Not officially. But I knew. And now, so do you. I published my story. Every detail. Every truth. People called it fiction. Some believed. Some didn't. But one thing changed. The disappearances stopped. No more missing patients. No more whispers in the dark. Sometimes, late at night, I still feel them. Watching. Waiting. Not for revenge anymore. But for justice. So tell me. If wealth came knocking at your door, but it asked for something you couldn't replace, would you take it? If this story gave you chills, don't scroll past like nothing happened. Smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe right now. Because there are more stories like this, and trust me, they only get darker.